Alrighty, get you adjusted. There we go.
Alrighty.
And today, except for everywhere in the United States, we are standing still.
Yes, we are.
Everyone else in the world
is carrying on.
Yep.
We are patiently waiting. For Ian.
You got your thing up?
I'm trying to get her up. It's so
Alrighty.
dang dead.
Keep talking.
Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Technology is a pain in the butt sometimes. But anyway, for the rest of you out there, the rest of the world, I hope everybody is safe, taking care of one another.
What is today?
Today is September 27th.
Oh, duh.
No, duh.
What day of the week it is?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday all day.
So Tuesday, while everybody is basically living it up, getting ready for work,
Yeah.
all the way from Daytona to Fort Myers,
Yeah.
has frozen in time. We have literally frozen in time here.
Yeah, we're patiently waiting.
DoorDash has canceled all deliveries
Until after Friday.
until after Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no DoorDash
So I'm assuming if there's
at all.
No. Mm-mm.
So,
Well, they don't want their drivers being out there and taking a risk of getting hurt.
yeah, and it could be, depending
Yeah,
on
and
some
I got to
areas,
give
too.
it to them about that because, some people probably would try to go out there and try to work during this chaotic time.
Yippers.
But luckily, they don't want their drivers out there, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is definitely
So it's
a good thing. So, but yep.
I mean, I feel bad for people who depend on that, but
And if they have a week off, it's not.
yeah, I mean, it's just not worth putting yourself
Yeah,
or
you
your
don't
vehicle.
get paid. That's the only thing that's bad is that.
That's what I said.
Hopefully, you had money put away. That's why we always say, put some money away because you just don't know.
Mm-mm.
Especially living here in Florida.
Nope, and not until after November 30th. You never know when there's going to be a tropical storm or a hurricane that's going to pop up. So.
Yep, that's the only thing bad.
It is the only thing bad right now.
About it, but. Yeah, I want to say this is one of the most times where Florida kind of shuts down.
Yeah.
During the hurricane.
COVID didn't shut us down, but a hurricane will.
Yeah, a lot of stores are closing up early. Definitely early. Did you notice the schedule to see if it unscheduled you or?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. It's unscheduled for both days or one day?
For both.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
So that'll because I'm sure different areas, if they know that there's going to be food.
Well, maybe in the danger is not as bad.
Right. They'll.
But basically, all of Florida is going to get a lot of water.
And wind.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be a windy day.
It sure is.
Florida.
Right now, we're saying it's the calm before the storm because nothing's happening out there. We got a little bit of rain. What about 6 o'clock?
Yeah, that feeder band It's
little
not
bit.
reached us yet because
Yeah.
it's moved to west, but you always got to remember one thing. This thing here has been all over the map.
That it has.
I mean, at first it was heading towards us. Then it was heading towards
Naples and then Sarasota.
Tallahassee. Up there, Safety Harbor. And then it started to come back down because of that trough.
Yeah.
That trough is pushing it down. That's I guess it was stronger than what a lot of people
had anticipated.
As a really just gentle way to check in
What
on
the
myself
heck
on a
are you
daily basis.
doing?
My thingy come up.
Did it now?
It did.
But yeah. Crazy.
Well, it ain't gonna stay up, so just let it be.
What's not gonna stay up?
That it's not charged up enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't read if anyone
Well, I can see this far from over there.
types in something.
Yeah.
All right, it says watching now. 9.
Yep.
9 silencers.
They
9
shy.
9 people that don't want to say hi.
And I also want to say hello to Missy Rambo, who I seen this morning in Publix. Woman, don't even think twice about not telling me who you are. This morning was not a normal morning for
Hey, there goes
anybody.
Jose. ¿Cómo estás, Jose?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Tú tienes luces ahí? Electricidad? Yeah, Jose was
Oh, he's in Puerto
in
Rico.
that hurricane in Puerto Rico. He fared pretty well, flooded streets, but
Still, it takes a toll on you mentally.
I know some areas, oh, he's got electricity.
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
Some people were 8 days without electricity and stuff, so that's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
The only difference between Puerto Rico and Florida. Hey, Lou Wazoo. How you doing? If you want, you can use my phone.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
We got Lou Wazoo. ¿Y cómo es para hurricane allá? Llega mañana. No vas a saber dónde va a llegar hasta entra de Florida, porque hurricane no está central, está un lado, otro lado, está cambiando en todos los minutos. Gary Newman. And basically what I was
Gary.
what I was telling Jose, because he was asking in Spanish, about the hurricane. This hurricane is all over the place because there's a trough that's coming from up north that's pushing it down.
Being bipolar.
Yeah. So when we were told it was going towards almost Safety Harbor, not Safety Harbor, anyway, towards Tallahassee area that way.
Yeah.
It's come down. And then next thing you know, first it says it was on us. Then it said it went up. And then it came back down again. And now we're on the left side, which they call the quadrant side of the hurricane, where the eye is not going to be far from us. So the whole Tampa to Daytona, that is the track that it's going down. The good thing about it is that it's only hurricane category 1, supposedly.
Yeah.
Because right now we're set up for a category 1. Our house is set up. If that hurricane was a category, it's going to be a 4, but it's supposed to be 1 at landfall, they say. If that hurricane was a category 4 coming in at a 4, then we'd be boarded up windows.
Yeah.
The whole 9. I mean, like, boarded up windows on top of what we're doing right now. There, but with it being a 1, by the time it gets to us into our county, it's a 1 still coming in, and then it starts changing to a tropical storm. So,
But they said the same thing to us when we had Irma come in, and she come in and went through Polk County at Category 3.
and now this sucker is coming back out of the ocean in Daytona, St. Augustine area, and going into Georgia. So it's
gonna
curving.
ride the coast,
It's curving.
going towards
and that happened many years ago.
yes,
Where it was supposed to come to Tampa, but it went below Tampa by Charlotte, went underneath, went out into the ocean, and then pounded the Carolinas.
Yep.
They got hit bad.
And then we had one that come up around Naples, went out through Orlando, because everyone was going towards Daytona, because they were like, oh, it's going to be safe up there. And the next thing you know, that's where the hurricane headed, and everyone was trying to leave Daytona to get back south.
There we go. It's that internet again. But all DoorDash has been suspended.
Yeah.
There.
Mm-hmm.
So
kudos to them. At least they're trying to keep their drivers safe.
But at this point in the hurricane, you can only do what you can do. And if you feel secure, then you just, whatever happens, that was going to happen to begin with. So don't.
I look at it this way. We've got everything hunkered down, put away. That's supposed to be put away, safe, secured. And right now it's in God's hands.
And the crazy thing is that a lot of these new people that moved to Florida, they're the ones that are tripping out.
They are.
Because they've never, when you start watching your TV and you're seeing a little bit more news, like hurricane news, it kind of freaks you out in the beginning. Hey, love to travel, Wave. It kind of trips you out because you're like, okay, I'm trying to watch TV and stuff. By tomorrow,
we're gonna start.
It's gonna be nothing but news stories and stuff. Yes, it's been a while.
Yes,
been a while. But then you start seeing news, weather all day.
Just about 24 hours a day.
By the time it makes landfall, which there's something bad about hurricanes. Thank you, Broken Brunette. The only thing bad about hurricanes is that they come through at nighttime a lot. That's when a lot of tornadoes
hit.
Yeah, it's raining there in Miami. Yes, because the hurricane shifted down.
Yeah.
If it was more higher, you guys were okay. We noticed Key West is getting flooded on the news, but a lot of people are getting nervous or panicking.
Yeah.
We send message to Carlos and Sean.
Yeah.
Send message to Dad Vader, just, don't panic. Don't stress because, you got to be on a tornado watch.
Yeah,
yes.
You do.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we're going to have to deal with a lot. But it's like, we just told them, don't panic. Yes, and flooding. The good thing about us on the inland is that we don't live near rivers.
No, we
don't.
don't.
So we're safe. We're safe as far as flooding.
And we're on higher ground.
Other than flooding, like maybe the yard, like a little flood, we might get that. But as far as getting above into the steps and everything, because the way this house is built, you were walking up.
Yeah.
Now, if someone had flat level ground and you're walking into your door and you're never walking up some stairs, yes, those I would watch. You might get some water in the door, and it's not because of a major flood, but it's just water buildup because depending on the area that rains.
Yeah. And we've had a lot of rain in September, and that's another thing everyone's worried about.
Yeah.
Because our water levels are already higher than normal for this month, for this time of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So, but we're expecting a lot of water damage and wind.
Yeah, a A lot of rain, I think.
Yeah. a lot
Hey,
of rain.
Graham Watts from Clarksville, Tennessee. Can't wait to go back up to Tennessee again.
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of people that are new here, and you see it on the news. A lot of people are panicking because
They've never been through it.
right, and then you hear the way that the meteorologists talk, and then you see emergency management, and then you get all these text messages that are scaring the heck out of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're on the shore,
Get
those are the
off.
ones that those are the ones that are
Mhm.
should be panicking.
Yeah.
And get the heck out of there. Which they closed a lot of the islands.
The
in
barrier
Tampa,
islands.
yes.
Yes. Around
They got
St.
everyone out.
Petersburg, Sarasota. Yeah, they closed the
Now,
barrier
even though it
islands.
moved down, so there are people, even though they might not get it like they thought they were going to get it.
They're still going to get a storm surge, though, coming off the water.
Well, not as bad. But the point is that sometimes when you're told to leave and then the storm moves and then you go back home and you're like, oh my gosh, I could have stayed here. Well, it might have been that day, but there's going to be a day where.
But one thing people don't understand when they're new to Florida is that cone that we're in. If that cone of probability, it's anywhere. And the closer it gets, the more precise it gets. But you can't move 10 or 15,000 people off a barrier island going across the bay in 30 minutes. You just can't do it. So that's why they take the precautions to try to get people off the barrier islands or out of flooded areas as soon as they can, because it takes too long and people panic. And when you got a lot of people on the roads, that's when accidents going to happen. And it's just a snowball that just keeps rolling out of control.
And the other thing too is that when this hurricane is more wetter, so this hurricane compared to other hurricanes,
Because it's slow coming through.
Right, it's taking too long.
Right.
Because first they said it was going to be 4 days in Florida. 4
Yeah.
days. It was supposed to take a day from Tampa to Polk County, which is an hour drive.
Right.
Then it's supposed to take another day from there to Orlando,
Mhm.
near Daytona, and then another day, which we still would have felt it. But this hurricane here is packing a punch. The surge, which means is that the ocean water in this hurricane
And the rain on top that we're getting.
is gonna surge like up to 12 feet. So
Yeah.
no matter whoever gets hit with it, whether it's Sarasota or Fort Myers, that's a surge of 12 feet on top of rain with fresh water,
Coming down.
salt water. Yeah,
It ain't pretty, folks.
yeah, like that's the punch of the hurricane. Is
Yeah.
the right
It's not a typical hurricane that just comes in,
where it's rain and
balls,
windy.
right, balls to the wall.
In by 8 o'clock in the
Fucking out
morning,
in-
out by lunchtime.
You're right.
This one here is literally gonna dump,
Mhm,
the ocean.
He gonna take his sweet old time.
And that's the right side, the northeast, the right quadrant, what they call. That's where the punch is at. Now the left side, which looks like where we're gonna be, that's where your high winds are at. You're still gonna get rain,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where, the knockout punch for them people, and we're getting the after. When you punch someone in the face,
You're getting
and
that
then
after effect.
your arm passes the face. That's that's what we're getting, and
Yeah, it can still be destructive.
those are spawn right tornadoes.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, a lot of people, are panicking, and I'm not saying like, oh, if you panic, you're a wimp or whatever.
No.
You trust me. The day that hurricane makes landfall, especially for us,
Mm-hmm.
and in Central Florida, like I said, right now today, you'd swear it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Your mood has already starting to change, because now you're thinking like, did I do everything? You know, and again, at this point,
It's what we call hurricane anxiety.
yes, at this point, if you did everything you know you can do, no matter what's going to happen, it was going to happen no matter
Right.
what, you know.
Right.
Again, before Category 1.
I've
Now-
been here since 1979. I have seen many and many of hurricanes come through Florida. And the worst part for me is like today, the calm before the storm. Because, and then I worry a little bit when it starts. And then once it goes through, I can deal with whatever's left in the yard. If there's tree limbs down, the fence is down, okay, I can deal with that. But everybody in this state, so if you're new to Florida and you're new to hurricanes and you're feeling stressed out, anxiety,
Hey, Domo.
you're normal. I mean, it happens even
Yeah.
to all. If anyone, in my opinion, if anyone who's ever lived in Florida as long as I have, and they tell you they don't have anxiety with a hurricane coming, they full of caca.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, you're tomorrow when that makes landfall, that's when you even get more
Anxious.
anxious, because now,
You're like, hurry up and get through. Hurry up and get through.
well,
hurry
you've
up and
never
get through.
experienced a storm that's happening in the middle of the night, 80 miles of winds,
Yeah.
and you
It
can't
gusting
tell
up to 100.
if there's a tornado.
Mm-mm.
That's why you gotta have your weather radio. That's why there's certain things that, you know,
That you
gotta
always
have in a
keep
level
in
one.
the house.
right, for level 1,
Even a
you have to
tropical
have your
storm.
basics.
Even here in Florida, tropical storm, you should, in Florida, period, you should have a weather radio. Because we get these summertime storms that just pop up out of nowhere and it can mess us up. And you need that weather radio. We have one in our house. So, but yeah, it's certain things that if you're new to Florida, you're going to learn, oh, we got to have this. So, I mean, like with us, we have oil lamps.
Batteries.
And we got batteries, we got flashlights,
Yeah, we got all supplies.
we got
Our
backup
water.
battery powers for the phones, the computers.
But we've had all that before.
Four. So
you go into hurricane season.
yeah, when
replenish
after
that.
the new year starts, it's time to start getting everything gathered up, put it in one room where you know it's at. Even if it's in a tote, you put it there so you know where it's at, and when it's time, you're not stressing as bad.
Right. Because when you're in a level 4 hurricane,
Trust me, you're gonna
that's
be
generators.
Yeah, you're
That's-
boarding up windows. You're
Doesn't hit bad in Lakeland. Yeah, I mean
It
it hits.
can.
I mean it hits bad. It hits bad. It's gonna hit bad all the way from Fort Myers to Daytona. So that
Our-
means Orlando, Lakeland, Tampa. Well, not Tampa a little bit, but the inlands mainly, which is Mayaca,
yeah,
Winter Haven, Bartow, Lakeland,
Highlands.
Highlands, Orlando, because it's riding the whole I-4 corridor,
Yeah.
all the way to Daytona, St. Augustine area.
Yeah.
There. So they put the space that one Artemis, the plane that's the shuttle,
The shuttle.
the ship
Yeah.
that's supposed to go to the moon, the rocket, they put that away. So when they put that away, that tells you,
NASA's
you know,
not playing.
yeah, that it's gonna be bad. Where it's bad is that where you have a lot of these water oak trees that are over 50 years old, 100
Yes.
big. Your ground's already saturated to begin with. You have stuff flying around. You know, your neighbor leaves something flying around, a branch. Like, we already know that peak paid dashing tomorrow. No. Third Eye Vision, DoorDash has canceled
Canceled it.
DoorDash for us in this area till Friday or after Friday.
Yep.
They sent us a message. There's
Yep.
no DoorDash going on right now.
Nope.
There might be some door dashing going on now, but tomorrow or midnight, whatever, Oh, Pete pays as a joke. Right? That's probably be the day that DoorDash would pay.
Yeah, right.
$20 a deliver. That's when you see your tippers and shit. That's when you see your tippers, man.
Yeah, right.
When we can't deliver, people will probably be like, "Man, I'll pay a DoorDash $50 right now to bring me a hamburger."
Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, you're right. That is how it is with DoorDash. But yeah, they canceled everything.
Yeah,
that's the bad thing, is that being in DoorDash and they cancel you, you don't get paid. Hopefully these DoorDashers did like we do. We set money aside.
Yeah.
We always set money aside for any type of emergencies, not, for hurricane, but we just set money aside just in case the car breaks, the car needs tires. You can use that money there. But yeah, it's, I feel sorry for the ones that didn't prepare.
Yeah.
And stuff, but
yeah,
no, it's gonna be
nasty out there.
Yeah.
Like when Irma came through, we had tornadoes that touched down 2 blocks from our house, and
to the left, and then right near our backyard.
And I'll tell you what,
that's what took
out
my mother's
some trees.
fence. Yeah.
It took out some trees.
If you see our Irma video, you'll see how it wiped my mother's fence down. It tornadoed right down the road from us.
Yeah. It took a wrought iron, and I mean a wrought iron
and
fence,
twisted
it like it was.
Oh, Missy Rambo's on.
Hey, Missy. Nice to see you, girl. Girl, don't worry about not introducing yourself this morning. We were not in our right state of mind.
R3238. Even if DoorDash were operating, most of the restaurants would be closed.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised what is closed, because to be honest with you, if a restaurant can stay open like a Denny's,
they will stay open.
If a pizza place can stay open for pickup only, they will stay. Florida in 93, and there was a hurricane coming, and they say, hey, it's voluntary. If you come to work, you get paid. If you don't come, you don't have to come to work, you don't get paid. And people would show up to work during a hurricane until the job will send them home so they can, because the only way back in the day, if you wanted to get paid for work, you had to come to work for the job to send you home to pay you for the full day. If you didn't come to work, you didn't get paid for the day. If someone came to work and they worked 3 hours and the company said, you know what, we're closing, then you get paid for the full day. But I promise you, if someone can stay open, they will stay. If tomorrow, if there's a 7-Eleven that can stay open, he will stay open tomorrow, especially if he's his own private business, because he knows he's going to be the only cash ticket in town.
Yeah.
Because there's still going to be that one person or that 20 people that, they think they forgot something and they just want to go get it just because they just think that they need it.
Yeah.
Like if you're not ready by the time that thing makes landfall, just leave it, because
it ain't worth it.
It's not,
It's just not worth it.
No. So, but that's where the panicness comes in. That's where a lot of these new people that moved here, they're scared. They're worried, because it's like, they never seen, they never see calm people. And then they never seen panicking people. So when they see someone else that's not from here panicking, they panic even more. But when they see a calm person, then you start getting into this, like, it's kind of like Democrat or Republican. You start getting into this like, oh, why ain't you panicking? Well, because,
we've lived through
panicking is on the day of. The day before, like, we just came from a party.
Yeah.
My father had his birthday party. We celebrated the hurricane. In Florida, they have hurricane parties.
Everybody
the day before.
Right.
They have hurricane parties the day before.
Everybody thinks we're crazy, but
right.
The reason we do that is if we know it's going to be bad enough, we cooking up enough food.
You get your meat out that you think you're gonna lose,
and you cook
and
it
everyone
up,
starts cooking it. You have a party,
and then
everyone goes home with the leftovers.
And then you put the rest in your coolers, and then you got a grill, so when it calms down, you can always go heat the food up.
Yes.
But people just think we're stupid,
Right.
or we just like to. Well, most people do like to party, but
yeah,
they think that's the reason for us to have a big gathering. It's like, no,
So
there's a reason behind all of that.
So we had our birthday hurricane party that just ended.
Mhm.
But like I said, it's you just, like I said, if you think you've done everything that you've done possible, that you think you can do with your budget, whatever is going to happen,
it's gonna
happen.
Yeah.
You
You can predict the power
right.
going out. You can predict trees tumbling over. Like I said, when you've done everything you can do, you've put everything away, you've secured everything, you've made the proper, you've got
you
water.
did your check, you took your pictures of your house, you made sure
Right.
your insurance policies.
You've done all that. After that, it's in God's hands.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Maybe the plans of November are not going right. No, si no tienen luz. You no sé si los otros se va. What Jose is saying, November. If Puerto Rico don't have lights, we're not going to Puerto Rico.
Oh no, he still wants to go.
Because the tree in Puerto Rico, and if no one has seen our Puerto Rico, the tree took out the house on one side.
The banister.
Yes. Yeah, the house in Puerto Rico
Yeah.
got taken out.
Yeah. Well, not the house in general, but the banister going around the top layer.
And if you guys can see it, maybe I can show you. See, that's the Puerto Rico house. That avocado tree leaned on the balcony and took it out. So we're trying to get down there to go fix it. We had it planned after the wedding.
Right.
But Puerto Rico has no lights on that side of the island.
Right.
Jose's doing good, but depende, Jose. It all depends. If they don't have lights, there's no sense of going there because we can't do nothing without light. We can't cut that tree away from the house.
Right.
As long as you got light, some water, you're good. You don't,
Because even with you got to have electricity to get gas out of the pumps.
Yeah.
And if you've got
there's no gas over there.
Yeah. Because they've got no electricity.
There's no roads got washed out.
Yep. And I can just imagine what some
Everyone's
like.
fruits fell from the tree, so everyone's got garbage bags of avocados.
Papayas, mango.
Yeah, and no one can eat them all. You can't even get rid of them because everyone's got
them. On that side of the mountain, anyway.
According to R32, R38, according to employee message boards, most of Amazon facilities in the affected area are closing at 5 a.m. tomorrow and tentatively plan to reopen Thursday night. And my daughter, she works for USAA. They're paying her from today all the way till Friday. So every company is different. So her company, USAA, they're paying her for the rest of the week. Everyone's guessing about Friday. Now the storm changing, instead of being a 4-day or a 3-day storm, might be a 1.5 day storm.
Right. Because
they're talking about by the time the sun sets, we'll be able to see the sun go down. But
maybe
they were showing Thursday and Friday partly cloudy, which is the back end.
Yeah.
Before that, they were showing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was all hurricane.
Yeah.
So because of the change, maybe the speed, but yeah, some places will open up Friday and some places are not going to open up Friday. Because they've already made that commitment to the employees that, hey, and you don't know what the cleanup is going to be.
And that's why they're keeping the shelters open until at least until Friday.
Yeah.
Some of them may stay open longer than that, depending on how bad the water levels and things like that.
But he says that they're closing at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they still. I mean, I don't know how.
Well, I don't know how because depending on where they're at, a lot of these emergency management people and the governor, I mean, as far as like tomorrow goes, everything should be closed. There should be nothing open tomorrow.
Right.
Nothing. No mail, no garbage, no
Nada.
nothing. Not
Nada.
even a McDonald's.
No.
There should be nothing open tomorrow, according to emergency management. And if you're in an area where you have to evacuate, there's definitely nothing going on there. So,
yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, if I had to work till 5 a.m., well, they're working tonight till 5 a.m. So,
yeah, but still.
I mean, that's stupid not to let your employees go home and
right.
get their houses ready and stuff. So.
And well, not just that, but to be there with their family as this thing starts coming.
Yeah, because some
through.
people, Amazon sort of sets its own rules. Yeah. It's just a shame that that's like that because, like I said, because, you know, if someone lives in an area that's evacuated.
Yeah.
And you have to be at work, that kind of stinks because.
Right.
These places that you go to where you get evacuated, you have to be in at a certain time. Mm-hmm. You just can't, hey, I'm coming home from work. Like, it don't work like that. It's like living in a homeless shelter. They, you know.
Yeah, they want everybody in at a certain time.
Yeah, they're going to open up the
because
door.
They have to account for these people.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they were saying, like, the people that walk in with their dogs, you know, the shelters that take animals. It's not like you're going to walk in there with your animal and cuddle up with him on the floor. No, your animal is going to go into a cage or an area where they're going to keep the animals, and you're going to be where people are sleeping,
right,
and stuff. Now, some shelters they have where if you have an animal, they have a gym open for people with animals only, and then another area for people without animals, and stuff. Because, like I said. Don't get me wrong, animals are animals, but some people just don't like animals. You know, some people are allergic. Some people don't. Exactly. Some people don't have their dogs or things trained and stuff. You know. Yeah, Jose. Depende si tienen luz el rincón. Si tienen luz el rincón, yo me voy. Si no tienen luces, electricidad, yo voy a cambiar la pasaje. So, but I was just telling Jose, it just all depends in Puerto Rico. If they got electricity or not will depend on November trip there and stuff. So
and we already know that the government in Puerto Rico is very slow.
Yeah, yeah.
Adventures with Eminem. Hey, laughing out. I was just gonna hit the hay.
Marty and Jamie.
Didn't know you were live.
How you doing, Marty and Jamie? And M&M's? Now, in fact, we should have got a bag of M&M's today for.
No, we had a only a few things in mind.
Sí, yo te aviso. Yeah, when I go to Puerto Rico, we're gonna go visit Jose out there. He knows two of my cousins or family members that are out there.
Cool.
So, but he didn't know they were our family members. It's in the
Don't hold that against us.
But I think he said his mother or someone's name is Aponte.
Oh, really?
So there's someone in the family that's named Aponte.
Okay, well, it is a small world.
But the other thing I was gonna say was what we did notice in the last few days, a lot of people are buying meat, and it's like, why are you buying meat if you don't have a generator?
Right. And
you think the power is going to go out? Like, meat would be the last thing
I would buy.
You buy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather buy a bag of chips.
SpaghettiOs,
go vegan,
raviolis, whatever.
Go vegan, eat cheap, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people do some crazy purchases. And a lot of people that don't even drink water, you know, they're buying cases of water. You know, you can buy soda, too. Soda's... You can drink soda, you can drink beer, you can drink wine, you know, stuff like that. But it just gets me. It says nice cheesesteak the other night. I had to get some tonight.
Thanks, Adventures with Eminem.
Cheesesteak? When have we had a cheesesteak? Cheesesteak? You mean cheesecake? Maybe it means cheesecake,
Yeah.
not cheesesteak. I don't remember having a cheesesteak. Plus, we don't have that much meat in the freezer. Salami will last a long time. Yes, it will. We did get some salami.
Yeah.
We did get
Yeah, we got some hard salami. Munch on
But it's
that
like I
with some
said,
crackers and cheese, and you're good to go.
To buy chicken, to buy steaks, to buy hamburger meats, you're crazy unless you have a generator, especially if you think the lights are going to go out.
Right.
I mean,
And if you're
you
in an area that you are prone to going out, like where my mom lives.
Yeah.
All she's got to get is a strong wind, and she's got Withlacoochee, and she's got no lights for 3 or 4 hours. Why would you go stock up your freezer with meat?
If you don't have lights when you have a regular storm, you sure as the hell ain't going to have lights when you have a hurricane.
No.
I mean, like I said, we just came from a hurricane birthday party, so.
Oh, Adventures with Him said, I did mean cheesecake.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, cheesesteak. You just make it. I mean, it's like Domo mentioning pork chops before the party. I had to move for pork chop. Now I'm thinking about cheesesteak. But we're so stuffed right now. We had so much food.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to try to get that video up. It was my father's 90th birthday, and we were celebrating that and the hurricane.
Yeah.
So. Oh, I almost missed this.
Katrina.
I almost missed this. But yes, it's like I said, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to go live during the hurricane outside.
We're gonna try though, guys.
Because like I was explaining to Florida Dad Vader, there's 2 types of wind that happen when a hurricane comes. In the front end of the hurricane where the feeder bands are, that's wind. Wind, you can go outside when it's windy, okay? But when the eye is over you or beside you or next to you, to the left and to right of the eye is called pressure. And if you open up your front door, if you open up your garage door or your window just to look what's outside, that pressure,
it's like a tornado. It
will get in your house and blow your roof off and blow your windows out. So in the pressure, because you don't know where the pressure is at, if that pressure slips in your house, you'll see a roof or windows blown out. So if we can do it during the wind, because I know we'll probably do it afterwards, drive around afterwards. But
like we did the last time.
Yeah, but if we can't do it during the wind, we could wait for after the eye passes, then that's the back wind.
Yeah.
Where you can go out there and it's windy. So depending on how this hurricane moves, because they're talking about it being a slow hurricane, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. All right, Big Hangnail says, all the water you guys stocked up at Sam's Club is coming in handy. Yes. Domo Nene, if you can try to do yes, we will try to do, right. If we don't do a live video, we'll try to do a video.
Yeah. Derek, hey, hello.
Eminem, if you do a hurricane, we will do a nor'easter this winter. Domo says, I heard it will be slow.
Yes, it
Debbie
will.
Johnson, hello from Sarasota.
Well, hello,
and
Debbie.
Sarasota, we pray for you.
Yes.
I mean,
my
prayers. Hang in there because that's where the surge.
Yes.
That's where the surge can erupt in that area. But yes, we pray for you guys out there. That's those people in Sarasota. Those are the ones that are going to get the sucker punched.
Yeah.
From the hurricane.
Well, that in Davis Island because you're around all that water.
I'm just saying, like,
and all that the barrier islands, because they're so close to the water.
Yes, yeah, and like I said, those are the ones that, that be most worried about the people on the shores.
Yeah.
Rate is
and
better.
Let me tell you something, guys. It doesn't matter if you've got a $30,000 brick home built or you got a $2 billion home built. If a hurricane is going to, Mother Nature wants it, she will take it out. She proved that in Homestead in 1992.
This is supposed to make land tomorrow at 8:00 and to 8:00. It makes land at 8 o'clock tomorrow night in the Fort Myers, that area there. Okay, where Sarasota, Fort Myers,
Yeah.
down in that area. We don't know what pinpoint it's going to hit. From
'Cause
8
it's still
o'clock
bouncing.
to 8 o'clock in the morning, it will get to us. But
Yes.
in that 8 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have the feeder bands. That's where the high winds are at.
And that's where the tornadoes spawn off of.
Yeah, that's where you'll get your tornadoes. So through the
Mhm.
night, we're going to be cock-on bricks and stuff. Then by the time the morning, we start saying, okay, here comes the barometric pressure. Now the eye starts coming.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when you're in the eye,
It's calm.
it's like nothing. It's quiet.
You see the sun.
Everyone goes outside real quick. You can, because depending how wide the eye is, if the eye is 20 miles wide,
Yep.
And then comes the back end here. So I might be able to go out when the eye is there.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing because there's no pressure or nothing there. But that's what they're talking about,
Thanks, Domo Nene. Yeah, I just got it done Monday.
Thank you, Marty, Jamie.
Yes, thank you, Marty and Jamie.
Eminem says, seriously, don't risk anything. Trust me, if you go to our search and you look for Irma, I went outside. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I brought BB outside with me because it was the winds. It wasn't the eye yet, but we were out in the winds, and trust me, it was windy. It was windy.
Katrina, DoorDash, and here for us, they've canceled it until Friday. They won't even let you schedule.
Yeah. There's no. This is peak pay time, as whatchamacallit said. This is DoorDash peak pay time.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna pay you good, as Third Eye Vision said. But no, they canceled all dashes to us anyway.
Yeah.
In Polk County till Friday. So, because we were going to go out today, Thursday and Friday, we were scheduled to, but we didn't. Because this is the day that you would get up early. Like we got up early this morning, about 3 this morning.
Yeah.
We had some coffee, and then at 6 o'clock when the gas stations open, people are going to work. So we went to the gas station because there was no one at the gas stations.
Right.
And then we met Missy Rambo, or you met Missy Rambo. We went to Publix when Publix opens up at 7. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like all the people that are rushing up to that point, you're really rushing out of vain, because basically what you're doing is you're buying everything that's old in there, number one. So when the new fresh stuff comes in, we come in and get it.
Yeah, right. Hi, Mom Vader.
And then Miriam John, stay safe out in Kathleen. Yeah, you stay safe.
Yes.
Y'all live where our house is being built. Fingers crossed. There's so much damage up there. When you stay safe.
Yes.
Kathleen has a lot of woods.
Yeah.
A lot of trees. A lot of swampland. The ground stays wet a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. When a hurricane comes and the governor puts the state of emergency, you cannot do a closing on the house. You cannot buy insurance on a car. You can't buy insurance on anything. So if you went and bought a car today, you bought it with no insurance, because no one will sell you insurance. No one will do no closings in the house. No insurance company will take anything. So that's a bad thing about state emergencies here.
Eminem says, laughing out loud, once we had a tornado warning. Our son was little and they told us to get into the basement immediately. Michelle got mad because I went outside to look for the tornado. Yeah, that would be something
that's kind of crazy. I don't know if I'd look for a tornado, but I would love to see a funnel cloud. Michael Lorenzo says, that's some scary shit. You will be staying in your home tomorrow night. How do you when to leave if it's heading your way? Okay. Because we live on the inland.
Right.
And it's only a category, when it hits us, it's a category 1. So a category 1.
When it hits Sarasota, it's going to be a 4 or 3.
Yes. A category 1 is winds sustaining up to 100 miles an hour that's not bad if you live in a brick home or a cement home.
Yeah.
Okay. Category 1 is not bad. What a category 1 is basically is what Florida normally has in the rainy season.
Yeah.
We get up to 80 miles an hour wind, 50 to 80 in the rainy season, on a bad rainy season. Tornadoes.
If you are like my sister who lives in a mobile home,
that's different.
And you're in low-lying area, which she lives by the Withlacoochee River, she had to evacuate.
Yes.
My nephew, he has a beautiful double-wide mobile home. It's brand new. It's up to hurricane codes.
Yes.
But because he lives close to the Withlacoochee River and it's already overflowing, he had to evacuate. So what they did, because my sister owns a daycare, my brother-in-law, and my nephew and his wife and their 2 babies, and my other nephew and his children all went to my sister's daycare to ride the storm out. Yeah, that's when you're told to leave. We have evacuations that are called A, B, and C. If you are in an A zone, you are the first to get out.
And we're in a no zone because we're more inland.
We're more inland. We're not around standing water, and our house is up high. It's not level. Like, it's like when you go into downtowns, you see like the streets are lower than everybody else's, and that produces more flooding area.
Down the road from us, there's a road that the houses are lower than the street. But a category 1 is that. Now, a category 2, we would board up our windows.
Yes.
Not when the hurricane lands. If they say the hurricane comes in at a 4 and it's still going to stay at a 4 on the inland,
I'm getting
3 or 2, you board up your windows. Okay. Now, if a hurricane is coming in at a 4, well, you can still stay in your house inland, but the ratio of damage now is even higher.
Yeah.
Because something's gonna happen. Your roof's gonna blow off. Something's gonna happen to your house. Okay. Now a 5, you just get the hell out of town. You may or may not survive it. You have a better chance in a 4 to survive a hurricane because you go into the master bedroom, into your closet, you hunker down in there. But the highest me and BB ever been in was a 3 when Irma came through. We did not board up our windows, and we regretted it.
Yeah.
Because a 3 is borderline. You don't have to leave. There's some slight damage, like my mother's fence got blown away and everything. And depending on what side of the hurricane
you're on,
if you're in the right front where the punch is at, where where a fist hits a face, that's the right front. That's power. So if you got Mike Tyson hitting you in the jaw, that's what the right front, where they call the northeast, has.
Hey, Kyle.
Then you'd want to get the hell out too, depending on where you're living, because that's where the surge, that's where a lot of the water is. So a lot of people don't understand, in a hurricane, the water that's in that hurricane is ocean water. You know what I'm saying?
It's fresh in ocean water.
Yes,
it's pulling
mixed
water
together
out of the ocean
and stuff. Yes.
But I have been in a hurricane 4.
Did you see Florida Dad Vader?
Yeah, hello, Dad Vader. But I have been in a hurricane.
All right, good night,
category 4. And let me tell you what, that's some scary stuff.
We got plenty of ketchup. But, like I said, it just, this here is an okay hurricane. There's going to be some damage. But again, 3 and 4, there's definitely going to be light out for a long time. You need generators, especially in 3 and 4 and 5. But 3, 4, you need generators. 1, 2, you can survive without generators. But 3, 4, if you packed your refrigerator.
Well, Andrew was a 5, and we know what that does.
Yeah.
That just levels the whole damn town.
And it's not about being a hero, because a lot of people along the Sarasota, the Tampa Bay, they left. They closed. They were shutting lights down. all of them left there. The police have it all
By
blocked
7 o'clock
off.
this morning, they were
Yeah, no one
blocked
can
in
go
going
there.
in.
No one can go in and rob it and stuff like that. They left. So, but
That's
we're
smart.
more.
We're well, from like Davis Island to us, we're an hour away.
And that's a lot of miles for a
Yeah.
hurricane to lose steam. But,
Yeah.
they're talking about this is going from a 4 to a 1. And a 1 is not bad. You can ride out.
Michael,
a 1.
most likely, we will probably stay up pretty well much all night tomorrow night. Yeah, love. That's usually how I do it. Plus, we'll have the weather radio going too. So,
Well, I mean, not much tonight. We
no,
will
not
stay up,
tonight.
but
He said
tomorrow,
night.
yes, yeah,
That's what he
tomorrow
said.
night. It's weird because when the winds come, you hear a lot of howling.
Yeah.
You want to listen for a
And
tornado.
then we have a tree in our backyard that's about what 300 feet tall
Well, we know that one tree is going to fall down.
onto the right.
Well, not the tree
our
itself,
property.
but that one tree.
Yeah, we're good.
That whole thing is going to fall down. We already
Yeah.
know that because it's rotted.
Yeah.
It's not on our property line. I already let the neighbor know. But that tree is going to fall down on his fence, and then it's going to be on our side.
Right. And
But-
then we have the one that's in the middle, which is like 300 feet in the air, and it likes to do the hula dance, and
That
you
tree will
see
be
it.
okay. But that one other tree is definitely going to,
if that
Is
one was
loose.
to come down, it could do some damage to our
the
roof.
bigger one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the one that we think is going to come down, the one big fat branch or
Yeah,
whatever you call
it's got,
limb or...
some type of bacteria on it.
Yeah,
It's
we
got a
know
fungus
that
on
one.
it, and it's gonna come
And if
down.
that one doesn't fall down,
If that one doesn't fall down, then you know what?
I ain't never standing underneath that
You
sucker.
got it.
Because a fart will take that one down.
I mean, our neighbor next door, they're
'Cause if-
worried about their car, and we told them, like, listen, if you're worried about that tree in your front yard coming down on it, park it in between the two houses. Park it closer to our house. We're fine with that. So
because the one thing you don't want to get caught is in a tornado.
yeah,
You don't want to be caught sleeping
in a tornado.
in a tornado. You don't want to be caught off guard because, like I said, you got to run to your room and just say if you sleep.
And that's the thing.
If you sleep, with no clothes on, if you sleep with no clothes on and you're sleeping and a tornado comes rushing through and takes all your clothes away, your dresser and half your house, when you're one little naked sucker, if you sleep in your underwear and that tornado comes through, or you're going to be outside in your underwear looking for something to cover you up. But
I have to admit, though, hey, Cave Duck came in.
what's up?
But I can honestly say, when you've got a hurricane
You're right,
coming,
Domo. You are right. You are screwed.
when the hurricane's coming, it seems like all the neighbors pull together. Like when we had Irma that came through.
Yeah.
I mean, we had neighbors out here with chainsaws before the county was even out here clearing out roads.
There's people that just drive around
and they're helping everybody
they help
out.
everybody out and stuff. But
And that's just what we do.
yeah, as like I said,
It's a hell of a way
Just-
to come together.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna get anxiety tomorrow and through the night. Everyone's gonna go through that because
Mhm.
you just don't know about that tornado.
Yeah.
It's not so much the hurricane; it's the freaking tornado, and stuff like that. But up to it, you just got to chill. I mean,
Yeah.
you just got to chill because sometimes you can overbuy. It's
Well,
just,
not just that, but you get yourself so stressed out that when the event gets here,
you're tired.
you're tired.
And I promise you, from the time that Irma came, it was during November, around this time, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, that was the year that me and BB stopped watching football.
Yeah.
The day after the hurricane, it was like
Something changed.
we were just like out of funk of everything.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure it out why. We weren't really getting into going out a lot or just doing something. It was like a funk.
We didn't. It was
And
like
when
we were afraid to leave home. Kind of.
Well, I don't know if we were afraid, but we were like just
We
shocked.
wanted. Yeah.
We were shocked, and no matter where we went to, it was just like, I don't know if I want to be here. Like it wasn't interesting.
Right.
When this hurricane comes through, that's what a lot of people are gonna feel. You're gonna feel like, wow, like, the football game's on Sunday. Man, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who really cares? You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome, Dad Vader.
Yeah, we were getting Dad Vader tips. Just guys, hang out. Hang on in there. I'm going to drop an oak tree on her home. Lost almost everything. Wow, Irma dropped an oak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when that even happens, you're even more, when a tree drops on your home.
Yeah.
Because these oak trees here, they're water oak trees, and they are hollow.
Yeah.
And when these suckers are, 10 feet wide, that's 10 feet wide of nothing in the middle.
But then they soak up all that water,
Yes.
and then that's when they fall.
Yep.
It's like
And
having
that's what that
it's
one
like
big
it's like having
limb
a palm
is over
tree.
there.
And people don't realize that palm trees
The roots do not grow in the ground; they grow
grow
on top. All Florida trees grow
Tropical
roots
trees.
on top. Even the water oak.
Yep.
That's why they tip over so easy, because we have sand, and the sand, the water doesn't get down to the roots; it stays up on top.
That's why the roots stay on top.
Yes, that's why if you live in a subdivision, you got a lot of water oaks, pine, your roots are on top. That's why they tip over, because the roots do not grow into the ground.
Well, Ma Vader, let me tell you what I've said earlier. If you and Dad Vader have put everything away that can be a flying object, so it can't damage your house or anybody else's.
Yeah.
You've got your groceries done. You've got water. You've got everything set in place. There's nothing much more you can do, love.
Nope.
Right now, it is in God's hands.
Yeah.
Just keep the faith and pray.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
You're going to have anxiety. That is number one.
Mhm.
I've been here since 1979, and I have seen some wicked damn hurricanes come through the state. And right now, the calmness is eating at me. It's what we always refer to as the calm before the storm. And then you're going to get a little more.
Alina.
You're going to get a little bit more anxious when you start hearing those winds. But just keep it together, love. You guys are going to get through it just fine.
Alina says, "Hey guys, sitting here just waiting for it to pass on, and then I can relax. Hopefully it will be okay." Yeah.
Yeah.
You just did today clear I guess she cleared her front yard
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah. I mean, all you can do now
Yeah.
tonight is to sleep good.
Try to get another. Try to
Just
relax. Get a good night's sleep,
'Cause
because
it's not
you're
Coming
you
till
are probably going to do the same as I always do. You're going to be up all night tomorrow, love.
because the landfall's supposed to be at 8:00. That's landfall, not us. Landfall.
Right.
Then through the night.
Right.
But just gotta watch out for tornadoes. That's
it. And that's why I don't sleep, is because if I
Let
do
me
happen
explain.
to go to sleep,
Love light, everyone.
I sleep so
Oh,
hard I
Clean the
won't.
front yard.
I will not hear it. And I don't need him freaking out.
Whatever. Marcy's journey. Hey, BB cameraman, long time no chat. This is my first hurricane. I'm nervous, but trying to stay calm. Yep, that's all you can do. Is, like I said, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a He-Man. I can stay
No.
calm. But I just know, like, don't panic right now. I know that. Don't panic. Because the panicking will come. But all I just say is, you always got to keep an eye where it's going.
Watch that track.
Watch that channel. If you have your level 1 hurricane prepared, which is I always know that if a hurricane is under Puerto Rico and under Cuba, it's coming towards Florida. I kind of have this intuition that I always tell BB, oh, that one went through Puerto Rico, but it's not coming through us. It's above Puerto Rico. It's not. If it's below Puerto Rico and below Cuba's
It
line,
likes to make that right.
it likes to make that turn. So that's by that time you're already weeks out. That's when you start saying, you know what? let me get my case of water.
Yep.
Go get your cases of water. You know, you go through your batteries, see what's looking good, your candles. That's what I call a level 1 is just your batteries.
And Mom Vader, by the time it gets
propane,
to you, it should be down to a tropical storm.
So, but still be vigilant.
Yeah.
You know, but I'd rather have a tropical storm than a level 1, a category 1.
Right.
Two differences. Tropical storms, winds are 80 and below.
Mm-hmm.
Category 1, winds can go up to
100.
Or no, tropical storm winds can be anywhere from 50. Sometimes you might have an 80, but 50. A category 1 is where you're in the 80s. A 2, 3 goes to 125.
You can have sustained.
Yes. And that's sustained. That's a constant,
wind.
a steady, a 50 mile an hour wind. So picture yourself driving on the highway, 70 miles an hour. That's a wind that stays steady.
Yeah.
A steady wind.
You hear it whistle, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear that.
Kyle's like, I went to Buc-ee's today. What did you get at Buc-ee's?
I read Marcia's journey. Yes, this is her first hurricane, nervous, but trying to stay calm. Yes, Marcia. Just, relax.
That's it. A lot of people that move from up north.
Yeah.
And they're coming down here and they are scared.
My first hurricane, when I was here, it was me and my ex-wife and kids. We were the only ones here. I didn't have my family here when I was here for my first hurricane. And the first thing I thought was like, you know what? Screw the house. I ain't boarding nothing. I'm going to drive back to New Jersey. If the house is there when I come back, I'm going to be, but if not, I'll go and stay in Jersey, But even Governor DeSantis said, you do not have to leave Florida for this hurricane.
Right.
And another reason I do want to say that people panic is because when you see Puerto Rico get hit, and you see Haiti, and you see the Dominican Republic, and you see Cuba, what's the first thing you see? That island got hit.
And we're an island.
We're not an island, guys. We're a state. If you think you're gonna stay in your home like the Puerto Ricans did for 1 year without electricity, and you're living in Florida, I wouldn't even go 2 days without electricity. If they told me there's not gonna be electricity in a week, I'm going up to Tennessee for a week. That's what people don't. That's another thing that is in people's mind is that they don't realize you're not on an island.
You're covered by three sides of us is water.
But you're not on an island. You can leave Florida.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, you can't leave Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You can't leave Cuba.
No.
You can't leave Dominican Republic. They're on an island. They have to get stuff shipped into them.
Yeah.
We get stuff driven.
Yeah.
So if you lose light for a week or a month or 3 months, you don't panic because you could just leave Florida
and
then come back.
Yeah.
But
if you're able to,
that's another reason why people panic, because they think when they see these little islands, they think, oh my God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be scared if you lose electricity for a week, because you can get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You can go somewhere where there's get a hotel room, where there's electricity. Yes. That's why a lot of people panic because of that. So.
Kyle, he got a beef brisket, Dr. Pepper, Buc-ee's bobblehead.
Yeah, good luck with that brisket.
I was going to say, were you close to the bathroom?
K-Man says we put snacks and drinks and a couple days of clothes in each car. Yep, may lose your home, but you still have a car. After Irma left us homeless, Red Cross said they couldn't even give us a bottle of water. Wow.
I believe it.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be that scared.
Hey, prime time.
You guys don't have to be that scared that you're going to lose power. Oh my God, I'm going to lose power for 2 days. Well, if you can stay in your home for 2 days, do it. You know what? If you can't, get the hell out of there. Go drive somewhere where there's power. This state is big and stuff. And it's not like Puerto Rico where roads wash out. Dude, there's a million roads in Florida to get the hell out of here. You might be stuck in traffic, but you're gonna get the heck out of here. So don't panic because of that reason. Again, you're not on an island. You can drive out of this state.
Yeah.
And then President DeSantis said, we don't
Governor.
have to leave the state. Huh?
Right. Governor.
Oh, what did I say?
President.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, President DeSantis said, you don't have to
Governor.
leave the state. He says you can stay here. I mean, we didn't even close down for COVID, but we'll close down for a hurricane.
Yeah.
Save
That's
us some
always
chips and I mean, me and BB, what did we buy? We went and bought some chips. We bought some sandwich meat, water. We got cans, foods.
Yep.
You know, and then if the refrigerator goes out, we'll cook the meats right away before they go bad. But basically,
Speaking of meat, I want to pull the hamburger out. I want to make empanadas tomorrow.
really, okay, but but Prime says President DeSantis, get used to it. But anyway, like I said, you don't have to panic because you can leave Florida.
Yeah.
Don't get that I'm on an island and oh my God, I'm not going to have power for this many days. You know.
Florida Dad Vader. Yes, President. Kyle's like, greedy judge.
But yeah.
Nah, he can't run. He's getting too old.
But like I said, you know, like I said, don't panic. You know, relax. You lose some power, you lose power, you know? What do you
Democrat.
lose? You lose what's in the refrigerator.
Yeah, it's just food.
You're not losing your life.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, there's gonna be
Or
power
at home.
somewhere.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about losing power is opening up that garage door, which I didn't tell Dad Vader that
Oh, shit.
that garage door is heavy. There's an emergency release latch that
I forgot
separates
about
the
that.
garage door from the motor. Well, I will promise you this much. You and your kids will all be holding that door because that garage door, I never knew how heavy what a garage door was without the spring. But that garage door is dead weight.
Yeah. Prime
You-
time traveler. Freeze water in your Tupperware. Use it as ice packs in your cooler. That's right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Another trick is they say put a Tupperware with water, like a cup with water, and you put a quarter on it. You put it in the freezer. When you put the quarter on top of the cup, the ice that's frozen, when that quarter touches the bottom of your cup, the meat is bad. If that quarter
Oh.
doesn't make it to the bottom of the ice cup,
Right.
your meat is still good. That's another trick that I've heard. A lot of the schools, a lot of the businesses that they have freezers, they'll put like a big garbage can with water. They put quarters on there. If a quarter in our freezers, we can just get a big gulp cup or something.
Yeah.
Put it in there, freeze it, put the quarter on top of it. If your light goes out and that quarter, no matter how many hours, if that quarter does not reach the bottom, your meat is good. If the quarter touches the bottom, your meat is no good. And if it's even near the bottom, I would still say it's no good.
Yeah.
But you can always do the quarter trick there.
Dad Vader, I didn't even think of that, the garage door thing. Prime time.
Yeah, you'll see it, Dad Vader. There's a release hatch
Yeah.
on the garage door, but it is a MFer
To get it open.
to lift it
Yeah.
up. And I don't even think I can lift it up.
Not now.
Not now with the way my body
Yeah,
is.
right? Prime time. Yes, we did the quarter thing. Good to do when you go on vacation.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. So you know, if you guys are
prime time,
worried
hey,
about
Dad.
your food, your freezer,
Yeah.
you can do the quarter trick. I've never done it. I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard about it,
but you can do the
we've never
quarter
done
trick
it.
and stuff. But we haven't gone shopping in like almost 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
whatever meat is pretty low. So
Yeah.
if we did lose meat, except for that cowboy ribeye, we will be cooking that if anything does happen. But if whatever meat we lose there, you know, it wouldn't really
right.
affect us. But my mother is on a different electric line than we are.
Right. She's
So
on
I
a
can have
different-
electricity
And she may not.
Right, and she can have electricity and I'm not, and we
Right.
can always run whatever
and
meets
forth.
we have there. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she's on one substation, we're on another.
yes.
Yeah.
So
How that worked out, I have no idea. That's just the way it is.
but yeah. So it's like I said, when it's over and done with, you're gonna be like, wow, that was an experience there. When you see everything around you, you're gonna be like, wow, it was a different experience, but at least
I call it like an awakening. You learn to appreciate nature.
There, you go through a lot of deep thoughts there. I just call it, hey, look at the freaking difference. Like,
well, yeah,
I don't think like you.
Well,
I guess.
for some people, they think they can control every single aspect of their life. Well, unfortunately,
No.
we cannot control
I just
Mother
control
Nature.
you. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
But I just control you. That's
Dream
all
on,
I'm working
homeboy.
about. I just walk outside and be like, dang, look at that. My mom's fence went down. I guess I have to clean it up.
Right? Or should be text calling him, Anthony, the fence is down.
Or
And he'll be saying, okay, Mom, I'll be over in just a couple of minutes.
as long as that doesn't break my windows, it don't flood, I'm good. You better hope
Right.
it doesn't break your window when that barometric, whatever pressure comes through. Because you'll be, all your Florida Dad Vader stuff will be sucking out that roof.
Tori sent me to store last night. I came back with donuts, Cheetos,
There you
Little
go.
Debbie's, snacks,
That's it.
juices. She said, well, I'm not sending you again.
Mike says, BB, how's your recovery going? Are you dashing? Once you're fully here, would you get a brick and mortar job? If so, what?
My recovery it's gonna take a while. I mean, I waited too long for these nerves around the spinal cord, so they're pretty pinched and they're having to come back. So I still have my good days and I have my bad days. I do have more flexibility in my right arm. Like I can go up like this now and I can do the chicken dance. I couldn't do that before. I can reach back and I don't feel like someone's ripping my arm off. So that has gotten much better. It's probably going to take me a while.
Yeah, we've done some dashing.
We are doing some dashing.
We were going to dash this week, but DoorDash canceled.
But
The brick and mortar.
I can never go back to being a phlebotomist. And the reason being is because of my migraines. My migraines get so bad to where if I have a real bad attack, I sound like I'm having a stroke. If you go back through some of our older videos, you'll see right after the accident that I was saying stuff and it didn't make any sense. I thought I was saying what I wanted to say, but it sounded like baby talk. And even now, even with the medication, there are times that I still do pass out. Grant you, it may be only for 30 seconds to maybe a minute. But nobody's going to hire a phlebotomist that passes out. You don't want me sticking you, and I wouldn't want to stick anybody and pass out with a needle in them.
Meerman John, just 1 second there. It's humbling seeing how easily we can lose things to Mother Nature. Yes, it is. Yes, yeah. Dad Vader, I can sleep through Erica's snoring and a bad storm. Well, that's rude. Dad Vader.
I can
Dumbo
sleep through a
says,
hurricane.
no, he says I can sleep through
No,
Erica's.
I said I could sleep through
snoring.
a hurricane.
Oh, okay.
If I go to sleep, I hear nothing. I don't care because I am practically
Dad Vader got to put his glasses
dead.
on. He types these words like this. I don't know.
No,
Domo
that's
says
you.
I was just about to ask that. Prime says you can smack camera around if he acts out.
Right? But no, I'll never be able to go back to brick and mortar. No.
And another thing about hurricanes in Florida, when June comes around and July comes around, and I think June is when the hurricane season starts.
June 1st.
Okay. That's when you should be getting your water, because the chances of a hurricane from June till September are
Not
slim.
so great.
You can get them, but they're not as high. We see a lot of hurricanes out there. They start missing us. October, November is our highest and active
That's our peak.
month. And if you look out there, that thing that's coming off of Africa, you
Yeah, the waves.
can even tell if you ever see a weather radar, and you just see something red coming towards Africa's coast, you already know that's either going to be a tropical storm or hurricane. And they're rolling off right now. They're rolling off the Africa coast. So
Yeah.
that's another, good thing to learn too. It's like when you're watching the weather and they're showing you in June and July, they're just showing, oh, it's not active, whatever. Look at that Africa and see how the colors are. If you see yellow, so
Another
start
thing
seeing
too
red.
is if you guys start noticing in the certain times of the year, we get that Sierra dust
Yes.
that comes off the coast of Africa. The longer, as much as I hate it, because it drives my eyes and my sinuses crazy. That's those days when you look out, it's a beautiful sunny day, but yet it looks hazy.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle.
That's the dust.
Yeah.
As long as the longer we have that coming to us,
Yeah.
that keeps the tropical storms and
That's
the
what Kyle
hurricanes
just said. The dust keeps it down
down.
in the early season.
That's right.
So just remember
But
that.
with that, it can also cause our lakes to have algae. So it's a give and take,
Yeah. And then they want to blame President DeSantis that he didn't do his job. But yeah, that's another tips there too. That
yeah.
that's when you get your water and you leave it alone.
Yeah.
Those are the times. Those June, July, and August.
Like here, we have a Coleman stove that takes those small propane bottles.
Mm-hmm. Let me just stop you here. I got something from Will My Gosh that says, we left Zephyr Hills from Homestead, Florida to stay more out of its path. Plus living in mobile home was a factor to leave also.
Yes.
Okay, now what were you saying about the
as I was
Coleman
saying,
stove?
the Coleman stove. You don't have to get the most expensive Coleman stove. I keep it in the house with the little propane tanks in the spare bedroom. I keep that. I keep paper plates. All of that stuff. Like, we don't have to worry about water so much because we have city water. But now if you've got a well, that's where you need to make sure that you've got your 3 gallons of water per day per person. Because no electricity, no water.
Okay, Primetime says everybody's panicking about bottled water, but all you gotta do is fill your Tupperware Ziploc bags. So crazy, the panic is real.
Yeah.
Even all the milk was gone at our Publix. I'm like, who's chugging gallons when power goes out? That's what I'm saying. That's the difference
They
between
go crazy.
But that's the difference between people that don't know and they're panicking or buying stuff for refrigerator.
Right.
And you're thinking of the worst that's going to happen to you.
Right.
Which is no electricity, but you're going to stock your refrigerator.
Full of milk.
Right. And that's the other thing other people laugh. That all these people that probably, like me, never drink a bottle of water like BB does.
Oh, yeah. I drink water all of it.
They're buying water.
Like it's going out of style.
Yeah. But they never drink a bottle of water.
And those are the people who drink soda all day long.
Yeah. They can go buy a soda. They can go buy beer. Go buy some wine. There's things that you can drink besides water.
Okay.
And you have your sink.
Time.
You got your sink. Hell, I mean, all bottled water is tap water coming out of a filter.
Yeah.
Zephyr Hills water is just water that's coming out of the Zephyr Hills tap that's filtered.
No, it's coming out of the springs.
But it's filtered.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's all filtered water.
Yeah.
So
you can put a Brita filter
right,
on your own.
thing.
I mean,
And have your own. So
yeah, prime time. You're right, rookies.
yes, yeah. That's why we got
Yeah, I
Power
mean, like
Gatorade.
when
Yeah.
my kids were little, I would get the little unsweetened packs of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Yoo-hoo.
Yeah,
Yoo-hoo would last. Hot
you,
soda.
you drink and you open it up, you got a gallon of water.
Yeah.
And what I used to do with the kids, because my kids would go through so much milk, after February, we would start cleaning out the milk jugs.
Right. I was just about to say that.
Those.
Some people save anywhere from 4 to 8 gallons, 4 to 8 of those milk jugs.
Yep.
And they'll fill them up with water.
Yep.
And
plus we would fill the tub up.
Well, that's in the category 3 and 4. That's when those are different levels. But yeah, you're right. You could fill the tub up. You could fill your sinks up. Fill water jugs up.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, just a basic, a hurricane 2 from a category 1 to 3. You just need that. Yeah. I mean, but that was something we always do. Oh, let me tell you, Michael, that you'll be surprised how many people go through a hurricane.
Michael says going through a hurricane on a bus. Interesting. Right, Michael? That would be interesting. You'd be surprised. But
my sister went through one.
Hey, there's people that just buy beer, and that's all they drink is beer. And that's it,
I've got to be straight. I couldn't be going through all that.
Right. Prime says, after Charlie hit in 2004, I cooked all my meat on the grill. We had neighborhood party ribs, chops, burger, dogs done. Cuban neighbor stopped over. Florida Dad Bear says, Gatorade in the tub. New idea. Prime says, spoke no English, took a plate.
That's what we did. I mean, even me. I mean, after the storm broke of Charlie, when Charlie went through, we didn't have any power. And we knew the power would come back on because ours was on a grid that had a nursing home attached to it and a high school. So I got up that morning. I cooked the kids biscuits and gravy. I put the biscuits on the regular baking sheets, got the grill going, watched the temperature rise, took it out, made the gravy. Good to go. You'd be surprised. Gotta kind of look at it as camping out, but if you've never camped out, well, you're just poo-poo out of luck.
Yeah, but it's as I said, the good thing is that
it's all how you make it. You can make it the most terrible event in your
whole life,
or you can make
it,
or you can turn it into a positive one and have fun with it.
Yeah, you could just.
I mean,
because again, like the emotions that everyone goes through before, during, and after everyone is going through. You're not going through it alone. The feelings that you're feeling are normal. And if
someone tells you they don't get scared, ain't no hurricane. You know what? They're so full of poo-poo. My eyes are brown.
That's like someone that says, oh, they could fire me. You've been at a job 7 years. Oh, they could fire me. And then when they fire you, you're out in the parking lot crying. Why'd you fire me? It says it's crazy to hear all of this. I'm from Cali. I'm working with a company remotely in Coral Springs, and hearing what my coworker goes through with hurricane planning, it's really an eye-opening. Oh yeah,
it is. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that when you have your hurricane totes, like we have a hurricane tote that has hurricane stuff that we know that it's the first stage of hurricane. You have your tote. It's like, it's there. Sometimes you dip from the tote. If you need batteries, you go into that tote. If you need, whatever, sometimes you go into that tote or you go into your water supply. You just got to remember to fill it back up. Mm-hmm. But as long as you have that tote, that's the beginning. That's one phase done. Once that tote never gets touched, then that's something there that, if you decide to leave or what, you bring that tote with you, But yeah, the routine gets easier and easier because you've already built your tote.
Right.
You got your stage 1 tote. Don't let the batteries expire. Use those batteries out. Put the new fresh ones in there. Same thing, if you got candles, chargers, batteries explode if they're.
If you got
Don't keep your
oil
batteries.
make sure you've got lamp oil put aside.
Make sure your batteries are not in the radio when you're done with them. Take all your batteries out the radio, your weather radio, whatever, anything that has a battery device in it. You make sure those are done.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in the tote. And then it makes planning easier because you know already, okay, I got my tote. We're good. Now we just have to concentrate on other items, make a little list, or
like Prime Time says, hurricane, you need to also have a hurricane to go bag too.
Yes.
This way,
clothes,
if you've got to get the hell out of Dodge real quick, you grab and you go. So yeah.
Yeah, that's when you start getting to levels 3, 4, and 5.
Underwear.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you would have in your tote. You would have socks in your totes. You would have underwears in your totes. You would have bars of soap in your totes. You would have napkins in your tote. You would have paper towels. You will have washcloths. And I'm not talking about a million of them. You would just have a few washcloths, a few pairs of socks.
Or like if you don't want to bring washcloths, you can get like the washing wipes.
Yes.
The disposable ones.
Yeah, and then just make sure you use them when the season's over with because they're going to dry out and you refresh it. But in the tote, Prime is right. That's the next level tote that we have. We have a tote with socks in it. We have a tote with, underwears in it. You got a tote with a washcloth.
And just because it's summertime doesn't mean you pack all summer clothes.
Right.
Because if it's raining and it's flooding, you're going to get wet and you're going to get cold. So pack a jacket or a sweater and a couple pairs of long pants. Bring the shorts because you might need them during the day.
But yes, that would be your second level tote and stuff. That's where all your clothing and
Prime's like, no wash clothes, use the underwear.
Everyone in Florida are going to hotels. Yes, a lot of people that were in Davis Island and all that have went to hotels.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if you're in the water line where that storm is coming, they're expecting a storm surge of 15 feet. So, yeah, I'd be in a hotel. In the inland, just like President DeSantis said, in the inland, you don't have to leave Florida. You're going to be safe. So, yeah.
Because, trust me, if he thought it was going to be that bad, he would be telling people to evacuate the state.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
And, and like I said, there's nothing wrong if you feel like going to a hotel. Because if you live in an area that, say you live in a mobile home, or you live in a cracker house, like your mom's is. It's made out of wood from the old days.
Yep, my mom's
and you're surrounded by water oak trees.
Yeah.
And you go to a hotel. Whatever is going to make you feel safe, you just go, and do it. Because, like I said, if you have an instinct and only you can, everyone individual has an instinct. If you have an instinct and you think like, wow, 2 out of 3 was good for me, but I think this fourth one then you just go for it.
Yeah.
Because that's why a lot of people evacuated the Tampa area because they were like, no, I'm not going to go through this.
I don't want to take the
chance.
Now,
it might not hit them, but then they start getting complacent because then they're like, wow, I shouldn't have left.
Right.
But you can't do that.
Nope.
Because, see, then the next time you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going.
Because they said
look
it
what
was
happened to Louisiana where all those people stayed when Katrina came.
Yeah.
Because they've had so many hurricanes. They're like, oh, it's nothing, until the big one came.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was too late for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
prime time. Yeah. I-4 was easy drive tonight. Got home from downtown Orlando on under an hour and rush hour. Everyone heading to the iDrive hotels. Yeah. Rosen Hotel was like $69.
Yes.
Yes.
And President DeSantis said that
If he caught anyone price gouging.
No, what was the other, him, Florida, and what the hell's that? Expedia.
Yeah.
Expedia has, you can go on Expedia right now and type in some code hurricane, and
Yeah.
Expedia and Florida have something now to where you can get hotels that are very cheap. They have some kind of, I don't want to say contract, but there's something where now if you go to Expedia, they book hotels for you. Not at outrageous prices. They'll book hotels that they made a partnership with the government of the state of Florida. So that's another thing. Expedia.
Yeah.
And then Uber, the Uber drives.
Yep.
They will drive you 2 trips, only 2 times. If you want them to drive you to a shelter, they will drive you there, and then they will drive you home. It's
up
only
to 30
2 trips.
miles.
Right, but it's 2 trips. It's
there
2
and back.
trips.
Marcy's Journey. I was reading some forums on Facebook, and if I listened to some of these folks, I'd be terrified. Like, holy heck. Thank goodness for the cooler heads that tell me don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't listen to everything on Facebook, because they'd be having you do jumping jacks and all kinds of crazy things.
It says, it's like my 5th major hurricane hit me since I moved here in 98. Power, water loss is the worst, but you get through it and prepare. And again, you're not on an island.
No.
So if you think you're not going to have power for a week, go to a hotel.
Yeah.
Leave the state and go to a state that has electricity, the nearest state.
Or if you've got a family member that's a little bit closer than out of state that's got power, then you go to
there
them.
and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, just like my son lives in Spring Hill. When they first predicted it, my son called me, Mom, how are you and Anthony doing? And I said, we're preparing. He goes, okay, well, I'm getting sandbags. He's like, because the eye is going to be knocking at my door. And he started laughing. He made a joke out of it, And I said, well, okay, baby, let you go. And I'll talk to you later. Just keep in touch with me during the hurricane. He goes, you betcha, Mom. I mean, that's what you got to do. Yeah. You got to reach out to your family, talk to them, let them know that you're okay, and let them hear your voice so they know you're okay. And it doesn't make it as terrifying. My kids have been through it their entire life. They know when the time is, if they feel they need to get out, they get out. Joseph had to get sandbags because of the way his house is positioned. That's another thing. His house is on a hill like this. This is the back of his house. Well, he's got sliding patio doors. Well, when you got a torrential rain and we're expecting 15 inches of rain, he had to go get sandbags so he could help protect the inside of his house. Like I said, it's on a downhill slope. The back of the house is this way. The front of the house is here.
Okay.
The water is down.
Prime says, Charlie, no power 9 days, no water 8 days. I worked at Disney, then took a shower at work and slept a few nights, break room, since it had AC. Yeah. You see, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even make 2 days without power or water. I almost didn't make 1 day when I arrived to Puerto Rico in January without power and water. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I knew I was going to be 9 days out without power and water, I would have took my butt to a hotel room.
Yeah.
and that's for real. Like when I first moved here, I came down here with a car with no air condition. I went 3-4 years without air condition, dressed up, sweaty. First day I got an air conditioned car, I didn't open up a window for the year. And I was a heavy smoker back then. I couldn't even crack down the window. I'm like, man, I'm from Jersey. I could drive with the window when it's cool out. But I promise you, you couldn't catch me 9 days anymore. Because I don't know. I think because I've always told myself, I work too hard to make myself live like a poor man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to live Like I went 1 year, my kids will tell you, without air conditioning and heat in a house. 1 year, my kids will tell you, we went without air conditioning and heat. And I promised myself after that, I'll never, ever, ever do that again. That's why when we arrived in Puerto Rico that first night in January, I was like, you know what? Get on a plane. I'm going to hell home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, it sucked. USF students and Disney cast members at time, no money for a hotel. I understand, but let me tell you something. Boy. I could not do it.
Well, let's just say cameraman's.
I would find a friend to stay at. I'm serious. I couldn't do it. I there's no way. You know, maybe no air condition, but no water. Oh no. No.
Yeah, he said, now, no way.
Yeah.
Irma hit, took Tori and the little one to a hotel.
Dad Vader, that's my big worry. Well, your pinky's up. I mean, pinky's up from Chicago's. You know, they got to have their AC and stuff.
Jersey boy does too.
UCF. You put no USF.
No, he said UCF.
Oh, okay. Sucked. I was UCF student. Well, that's what happens when you're a UCF student.
That's right. You tell him.
That's what happens. You see? You
better, get it right.
You better call Biden up so you can go pay your college tuition. But yeah, old Pinky's up, boy. Pinky's up is worried about his AC. He ain't worried about nothing else. Just worried about his AC.
And you would be.
I went a whole year without AC or heat. Okay,
that was then.
I did my time.
What about now? You ain't.
I'm
gonna
saying
be
I did my time.
Oh, you did your time.
I did my time.
Okay.
I served my time.
All right.
For the no ACs.
Okay.
Look at Prime talk trash, cameraman.
So we all know he can talk trash.
But yeah, like I said, I did my time, and I swore to myself I'll never, ever do that again, because that's the mentality sometimes you get, is that you think you're stuck somewhere because you see everything on an island where you don't realize, like, you know, there's Motel 6, Roach motels I would rather stay at with air conditioning than not stay in no air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather stay in hotels where prostitutes work at it. I mean,
I
for air conditioning. I'm just saying, if I was broke and went to UCF, you know what I'm saying? If I went to UCF, I'd find a hotel on Colonial Avenue where the prostitutes hang out.
Dad Vader, don't get him started, prime time.
That's why the roaches have Motel 6 and got AC. I'm just saying, you know.
I'll take the roaches over the other diseases at the hookers.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Too late, Vader. Dad, you done opened up the Pandora's box.
I'm just, speaking, that's all. What the heck is that?
It's a sticker.
For what? What the hell's a sand door?
I have no idea what it come off out of. Something
I
bought.
You got it here. But yeah, you would know about those hotels, cameraman, with prostitutes. Hookers and AC sounds like a party. Hopefully Ron Alfonso Acevedo said, hopefully Ron DeSantis is G with the IAN is good. Oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people that got on the news today, like the mayor of Tampa,
Yeah.
A lot of the people that got on the emergency things in this area here, anyway,
Yeah.
in the Tampa area, I think they really did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
The sheriffs and everything, because a
Mhm.
lot of the sheriff says, like, you know, if you stay, we're not sending people in there to help you.
Right.
But I think they didn't do it in a way that they were scaring people or forcing them, and how they did the evacuation, the ABC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like the sheriff said, I can't make you leave, but a lot of people left. The majority of everyone left anyway, most. But I like how they did the ABC. So, you know, everyone they were really good, you know. And then the Expedia. You know, I couldn't believe that Expedia was going to help out with the hotels to get people hotels and stuff. So, all right, Prime says Motel 6 with hookers, hurricane won't be the only thing blowing through town. Yeah, especially on Colonial Avenue, huh? Right where old UCF is at. I think the Motel
Tomo is like prime time, laughing out loud.
I think that's where Motel 6 is where the UCF Knights that's where they have their you know, when they go on trips and sleep, they sleep at all the Motel 6s here in Florida when they travel. They get the UCF night break. The OBT, yeah. The OBT and the Colonial Avenue. You know where that's at. Right by the UCF Stadium. How's Bubba and Candy doing? They're in the garage. Because when these hurricanes come through, there is some kind of electrical magnet that a lot of people lose batteries, they lose the brain, or they lose alternators. Like my sister lost an alternator.
Yep.
I know a couple people lost an alternator. Like I said, starters. Like if you leave your car outside, I don't know if it's because the wind blows underneath it or there's some kind of magnetic or electrical charge in the air. But a lot of people, they start, you know, those things, they break down on them. I keep the car in the garage to prevent that. But yeah, you could cover your car. You can do whatever outside. As long as it's outside and just for some reason, you know, your chances of losing something, especially today where cars are more computerized, you sure don't want to lose something on that car. You know, especially now with electric steering. They have electric steering in cars now. You know, electric brakes. You know, you don't want those things to get messed up.
They go out.
Yeah. But like I said, something in that air when a hurricane comes through, especially near the eye, is something electrical. And the crazy thing is that you don't hear a lot of thunder or lightning in a hurricane. You rarely hear some thunder and lightning. You hear more of the circuit breakers popping and stuff than you do hear thunder and lightning. So, but yeah, we got the cars in the garage. They last longer that way, especially here in Florida. Anywhere, because they don't get rained on. I don't know where the hell BB went. BB! Jesus Christ. But yeah. I wonder where Prime went to. I think Prime went to go see if there's any rooms available. Come here, BB! Hey, everybody, get a good night's sleep. You have a good one, Prime. I enjoy your train videos. Go check out his channel. Yeah, I see that. It's the Buccaneer Show. It's the Buccaneer. BB!
I'm coming.
Jesus.
Jesus had nothing to do with it.
The Buccaneer Show, boy.
Let me tell you what.
Get over here. You got people saying goodbye. All right, Prime. Check out his channel. A lot of train videos. A lot of traveling in
Cameraman likes the choo-choo trains.
and he does parks. A lot of parks.
I
So
like the parks.
you're interested in hiking and trains, that's the channel to watch.
Oh,
You interested in pinkies up, you go watch the Florida Dad Vader.
there you go. Starting trouble again.
If you're interested in pork chops, go to Domo and Nay Nay.
Y'all, he's on a roll today.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Chicago Cubs win.
Okay.
Guess he's watching the ball game. I'm glad someone is, because I'm not.
Yeah. Baseball's boring.
I like it better live, but I don't like spending the money
I'm in
and
the
watching
pool
these.
as we speak. Yeah. He's in the pool as we speak. He's the hero.
Yeah.
He's the hero before the storm. With my pinkies up. You mean with your apron on?
You're just a hot mess.
No.
Dude.
Where's that picture with him wearing an apron?
I don't know what you did with it, dude.
Ah, okay.
I mean, was I supposed to keep that under lock and key?
No, I'm just curious.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised you're not eating Chinese food tonight.
Who?
Florida Dad Vader.
Why would he be eating Chinese food tonight?
Because you don't cook on the day before the hurricane, you go out to eat. Son of a gun.
No, some people start cooking up the food that night before.
Says in a video where you do your nails. That's what you call a manicure. Apparently, this DeSantis doesn't know Hurricane is Hispanic. Otherwise, he would send it to Martha's Vineyard. That's a good one. That's a good... I don't even know where that name comes from. Is that a Hispanic name?
Ian?
Alfonso? Is Ian an Hispanic name?
It can be, but it's also German.
You think it's German?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. But yeah. I don't even know that's an Hispanic name and stuff.
It'd be all right.
Like that. Now, if it was a Hispanic name, that would have been even a better joke. That was a good one there.
Yeah, it can
That was
also be
definitely a good
Russian.
one. Is it a Russian
You
name?
can Ian, yeah. You see a lot of Russians named Ian. Czechs, Czechoslovakia.
Ian is white as heck.
Pretty soon he's gonna be wet as heck.
I guess Ian's a Democrat. That's why we're kicking him out. You better Ian your butt right through this state. Go right up to Georgia, where all those Democrats are at. Nah, let me stop. We don't want to get
Yeah.
all political.
Behave yourself. I know it's hard for you.
Yeah, it's hard.
I
Oh, wait
can't-
till you see the video of the birthday / hurricane
Oh my
party.
God.
That's a funny video where I get my mother riled up with President DeSantis. And then I get Skippy riled up too. I'm surprised Skippy ain't on here.
She can't be bothered with you. She's
Now
got
where
stuff.
Skippy lives at, Skippy's gonna flood.
Yeah, because she lives out in Plant City.
Yeah. Where my sister Skippy lives at, she is gonna flood out
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's why my sister got the heck out of Dodge.
The only thing that's saving them is that their trailer is way the heck up in the air.
Yeah,
Or not trailer, their
mobile home.
well, what's that other
Module.
Yeah, module home is up in the air. But yeah, says wow, the old man is 90,
Yes, he is.
and how old's his sister?
88.
Oh, my aunt is 88.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her birthday's this week too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
My father's 90.
Yeah.
He's 90. Still got
God bless
2
him.
brothers and 1 sister still alive. Then when one aunt passed away, my other uncle. So he was a family of 5.
Yeah, he's got 2 brothers and a sister left.
Yeah, he had 3 brothers, 2 sisters,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 sister that was born a day or 2 days from his birthday,
Yeah.
but not the same year and stuff.
Yeah, TT.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll see that.
He'll
today.
tell you his secret is mom.
His secret is beer. His secret is beer.
The man eats constantly, and he never stops.
Yeah. His secret was beer, beer, beer. But he's active. That's a secret. He builds things. He's like a maintenance worker. He probably because he moved out at a young age and 100 years to his life. The long builder. When is your next perm? Soon. Coming soon. Will be a perm alert.
Yeah.
Coming soon. But he's an active person.
Yeah.
He's like a maintenance. He can do everything.
Well,
my
he was
father-
in construction.
Well, he does. Well, he's the maintenance.
Yeah.
He does everything. He's like electric, plumbing.
Yep. Concrete.
He had. We used to have apartments or how like apartments
Yeah, the brownstones.
like brownstones. My father used to own a bunch of brownstones, and his brothers. They all bought in Jersey City. They all had brownstones. And my father would maintain them. My other uncle would maintain them. One of my uncles went for UPS. He drove trucks for UPS, 18-wheelers, and retired. But my uncle and my father, they maintained the buildings and worked at the same time. They would maintain them on the weekend. So they would do all the electrical,
Mhm.
the drywall, the plumbing, everything.
Wiring.
The floor, wiring, and all that stuff. And I think at his job, he was just like the maintenance man. Like, hey, we need this done. We need that done. And, he would just do that and stuff. My other uncle, he was a businessman. He owned like a dry cleaner. He used to make statues out of concrete and paint them.
Mm-hmm.
You ever went to his house, you thought you went to Liberace's house because he had hundreds and hundreds of statues he used to just make and paint. And like I said, then he had a laundromat. So, because my grandfather was, and there's a picture on the wall that's hanging in our living room. My grandfather used to be a promoter, and he would get the Grand Combo, and he would promote like music and dances and everything. So that's how that started. But if you took something, like if you told my father he can never build nothing, it would probably kill him.
Yeah.
So even today, he still will, he'll weed eat.
Yeah.
He'll go out there for a couple hours and weed eat. He'll do the gardening.
Yeah.
Go out there for a couple hours, try to build something.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you told him he couldn't, but he knows he's getting old. That's what's good.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what his limits are now, where before he didn't know his limits. He was overdoing it.
And that was even with the pacemaker, ain't he?
Yeah. But now he just does little. He just knows. He just like weed eats around the house. He'll weed it around my house. We just let him do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But Pop's got dementia, though.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, we just let him do whatever. If he wants to go outside for a couple hours and weed eat.
Right. We let him do it.
They make sure that he's not overheated
Just
and everything.
Mom, we got to keep an eye on him because he doesn't like to drink a whole lot. So we have to stay on him to drink fluids. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah,
the day that he doesn't get out of bed because he doesn't want to do something, then we know the end will be near.
Yeah. But that's all he does is he just basically eats. He can eat 24 hours a day. This man
Yeah.
eat a pizza, whole pizza, a sandwich.
And we're talking what
And we're talking like he eats Outback, Applebee's. Like he doesn't eat cooked food. We have to go and buy him food, sandwiches, chicken, and every day. Oh, bring home 2 subs.
yeah.
And then he'll eat the 2 subs, and whatever's left over, bring me a whole pizza and a sub. And
Yeah, he eats
and
all
he just
day
eats
long.
all day long.
And he goes and he takes his hour-and-a-half nap every day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then he cleans the house.
Helps mom in the kitchen when they're making the homemade sofrito and yeah, her ginger tea. He drinks ginger tea.
Yeah.
Yep, mom's got him on a good regiment.
But yeah, alrighty, BB. Woo. It's getting late.
It is starting to get late.
So we can start relaxing.
Yeah.
You ain't taking medicine yet, did you?
No,
Yeah. Still gotta take your medicine.
and pray that I sleep tonight.
But yeah, guys, whoever's in the hurricane area, be safe. If you feel like something is gonna short out, unplug it.
Yeah.
Definitely unplug any items that you think that if you lose power and then power juices back up, it might
Blow it.
blow it out. Definitely unplug it. If you're not going to use a TV, or if you don't have a power surge protector on it, or you don't feel safe with the power surge protector because you don't know
Yeah. Just unplug it.
if you get a Zolt, just unplug it. Your washer, dryer,
Yeah.
you want to unplug that.
Mhm.
Other than that, just keep your weather radio. Watch as much as weather news as you can. Don't
Overthink it.
start like, I'm going to watch a movie. No. You need to start watching your
The
local weather channel.
Yeah.
And watch as much as you can as this thing is changing.
Yep.
Don't go watch a movie and then think, oh, I'm going to forget about it. No. Now is tomorrow is the time as you go into tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, especially after 12 o'clock in the afternoon,
Got to stay alert.
tomorrow
and
is
stay
the
paid.
time that you have to watch, eat and breathe your local weather.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be on like
24 hours.
24
a day.
hours a day, because that is getting closer. That is all you're going to see on
Yeah.
every channel is going to be your local weather.
news,
So don't get disgusted. Don't be like it's a repetitive. Keep watching it, because that's where you're going to learn where this eye and everything and all that.
Because
So
even right up now, that thing can ping pong back and forth, even if
because
it's
they
a
do
little
weather
bit.
updates every 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch a movie, but like I said, really you should be.
Good night, Kyle, and enjoy
Watching
your
this
son
stuff.
in Georgia.
Yeah, enjoy it. Just hope it don't come that way now.
Good night, Mom and Dad Vader, and God bless as well.
All right, pinkies up.
We'll keep in touch with you because we're gonna also keep in touch with Carlos and Sean as well.
All right,
Night,
Domo.
Domo.
Ma Vader.
Nay.
Go watch Ma Vader cook. Watch her cook some food that you can't eat. Maybe one day she'll invite us over and we could do a Ma Vader's cooks and
Huh?
BB eats.
I was thinking about pulling
Maybe
up
we
a-
could collaborate, Florida Dad Vader. Maybe Ma Vader and BB's Adventures can collaborate. Do a little collaboration there.
I don't know if me and Ma Vader can handle you in the house with Dad
No,
Vader for too
one
long.
video will be Ma Vader cooking,
Oh, okay.
and the next video will be BB's food review.
oh, okay.
So we'll food review her cooking,
Oh, okay. 'cause
and we don't have to worry about Florida Dad Vader because he don't never say nothing in his video. So we can just act like he ain't there.
Oh, I don't know, Marvin. I don't know if we can handle those
But
two in the house.
yeah,
together,
we
man.
can bring our own Giants plates and cups and eat good and
Yeah.
stuff in the neighborhood. But be safe. You got any problems, whatever, text us.
Yeah.
And
So and if we're able to do a live video when the storm comes through, we will go live.
yeah.
But not at the risk of ourselves or our home. So until then, everybody, good night.
And you always
Everybody take care.
and you always say too much. What the hell? Bye.
Everybody take care. Take care of one another. Stay safe.